Yo, what up guys, OPTCG Daniel here, back at it again with a deck profile video. So today we're gonna do another Luffy, by this time it's the red-purple Luffy from the starter deck 10, Ultimate Captains. This card is just really good because you can ramp up like there's no tomorrow. Activate main once per turn if you have 0 Dawn cards on the field or 8 or more Dawn cards on your field. Add up to 1 Dawn cards from your Dawn deck and set it as active. So basically, when you're at 0, you can use ability to get 1, or when you're above 8, you can get it to get 9 or 10, depending on your curve. So yeah, really good leader. This deck ramps way quicker than the mono purple Luffy, so you can play some fun cards in this deck. But yeah, let's put you right behind me. Alright, so for our 1 costs, we play, of course, 4 times the Nami Searcher. So I will tell you already, this card can search like 80% of the deck, because the purple Straw Hat cards are Straw Hat. So this will search them all. Also your endgame cards, which you will see later in the deck profile. But yeah, Nami, 1 cost searcher, not really a lot to talk about. For this video I took out the big guns. Usually I play the 25th anniversary one. Then we go into our 3 costs. For our 3 costs we play the Zoro Juro. So like I said, these are purple, but Nami can find them. So yeah, you will almost never miss. We do play some non-Straw Hat cards though. But yeah, Zoro Juro, alt art, OPO 5 and 2 regulars. Not that anyone cares about it. But yeah, when attacking, if you have 3 or less life cards, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. So our leader only has 3 lives, so this one is always active. And if you cannot ramp up or you miss the ramp cards, you can play this. Attach 1 Dawn. Or 0 Dons, depending if you need the Dons to use something else, and if not, you can just attach it. You don't need to deal damage, you can just attack, let the attack fail, but then ramp up still. But yeah, good card. Then we go into our other 3 costs. These are the Uso Hachi, Usopp. Yeah, 2k counter, 3 cost, 4k, Dawn 1, so I need 1 Dawn attached. When attacking, if you have 8 or more Dawn cards on your field, rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. So, I will say, alright, we play Diablo Jumble in this build. But if you don't have access to Diablo Jumble to go for endgame, you just play this, and then just rest a 4 or lower like a blocker, because the best blockers are 4 or lower. Except for Law, but still, 2k counter, searchable with Nami, and I don't know why, but I really love that Straw Hats have to have 8 or more Dons on the field. They all have like that, except for Zoro, of course. But yeah, really fun Wano archetype for the Straw Hats. Then we go into our 4 costs, we play 4 times Basil Hawkins. You want to play this card if you go second, so when you're at your 4 Don turn, you just drop this, you get a rested Don, so you go to 5. And then next turn you can just go full combo. And also if you trigger this, play this card, really good. Only down part is that attacking number is super low, but still you will never attack with this card. Unless you have no other place. Then if you go first and you are at 5 Dons, of course you play Jean Bart. Because this card is really good. It's a 4 cost 5k 1000 counter, on play Don 1, so you need to rest 1 Don. So you can only play this, or use its effect when you're at 5 Dons, 5 active Dons, because 4 to play and 1 to use a Don, and then you can get a active Don. So you go from 5 to 6, 7, 8, and then use leader effect, you're at 9 already. So really cool. Then for our other 4 costs, we play 4 times Law, the blocker. In my last video I only said I play 1 in mono Luffy purple, because the deck doesn't really ramp that quickly. So this card is better in this list because you can ramp up insanely hard with this Luffy. So you play 4 of this. So if your opponent has 7 cards in hand, you play this Don -1. If they have 7 or more cards, you choose 2 cards from their hand, they discard it. Good in this deck, not good in mono Luffy in my opinion. Now we go into our 5 costs. We play 4 times the Fronosuke. It's a 5 cost 4k 2000 counter, it's your 2k counter, but its effect's also good, Dawn 1, so I need 1 Dawn attached. If you have 8 or more cards, or more Dawn cards on the field, this gains rush. So like I said, most of the purple Straw Hats, you have to have 8 Dawn for their abilities to go active. So if you need a rusher, this is your card. But you want to use the 2k counter. And then for our other 5 costs, we play of course Queen. Queen is a staple in all purple decks. This card is just way too good. It's a 5 cost, 6k, 1000 counter. It's a blocker. On play, don -1, draw 2 cards, discard 1 card. So if you have bad cards in your hand or cards you don't need, or you want to see other cards, you can just discard them. Draw 2, discard the cards you don't want, and that's it. And you can always soak up just attacks for 5k. Unless they play Otama, because they can Otama then and then kill it. But yeah, now we go into our other 5 costs, and this is just 3 times Rush Luffy. Like I said, we play Diablo Jumble, but when you don't see it, you just go for Luffy to go for game. Also to counter NL, the 7 cost. Yeah, not really a lot to talk about. Everyone knows this card, and I hope to pull the signed one day. Then from 5 costs, we go straight into the 9 costs. We play, of course, my favorite One Piece character ever, and also who I mained for 3 sets, OPO 2, 3, 4. I played Whitebeard. I will definitely play OPO 5 again, but I want to try Purple Luffy first. But yeah, 4 times Edward Newgate. Really good with this leader, because you can ramp up, like I said. And yeah, you have 1 Don for Radical Beam, because we play that, of course, or just to swing. We don't play Kit, so your leader is going to be only 8k. You can play Kit, and then if you have these on the field, you get 9k. Really insanely strong. But still, really good card, not searchable, and if you have too many, you can just discard with Queen. And now we go into our 10 costs. Yes, we play 10 costs. Of course, we play, yeah boy, Monkey D. Luffy, Gear 5. This card shines in red-purple Luffy. This is not good in Mono Luffy. Please don't play it in Mono Luffy. You could tech it if NL is really popular, but still, this card is way better in a Monkey D. Luffy red-purple. But yeah, you want to use this card as a finisher because its effect reads on play, Don -10, so you gotta remove all your Dons. So this is why the leader can ramp up at 0. Activate main once per turn, rest 1 Don, add up to 1 Don card from your Don deck and set it as active. Oh yeah, and by the way, the on play effect is also Don -10. All of your characters except this card goes to the bottom of your deck in any order, and then you get an extra turn. So when you play this, you get an extra turn next, so your opponent is not the person who goes next, but you go, so you draw, and you go to Dons again. But the combo with this is, you want to use this for endgame, so if you can finish them, play this, so you have a board, just swing without attaching any Dons, swing with 6. You play this, you bottom deck all your other cards to the bottom of the deck, then you use leader ability, because you're at 0, you get 1 Don, you use his effect, activate main once per turn, rest 1 Don, so you get another active Don. Then you go next turn, you draw a card, then you are at 4 Dons. You can use 1 Don to rest it, you get an active Don again, so you're at 5 Dons, but only 4 you can use in that turn, but you're at 5 Dons then. And then you can just put 4 into your leader, you hit 10, 12 for game. And like I said, we have, of course, what's the name again? Diablo Jumble, so you want to use it for endgame to finish off. Now we go into events. We play a lot of events, by the way, so yeah. We play 1 Gum Jet Gatling, because we do play a lot of non-counters, Whitebeard, 10 cost Luffy, 5 cost Luffy, and maybe you are filled with events that you cannot use, so you only play 1 of these. And here is the spice. We play 3 times Diablo Jumble. 3 times? Yes, because you want to have this card in your hand. Doesn't matter if you have multiple of it, you can discard it with Queen. But still, you want to, or with the Gum, of course. You want to have this so you can potentially have 2 of them in your hand. So when you do the 10 cost Luffy, and then you are at the 5 Dons, I said, with 1 rested, so 4 Dons active. You can play 2 of these, you can put it to your leader or into the Luffy. They can swing double non-blockable, because this makes all your... Select one of your Straw Hat crew type leader or characters. Your opponent cannot affect the blockers. And basically your entire deck is almost Straw Hat, so this can target anyone. But like I said, you want to use it on the 10 cost Luffy and your leader to end game. And then our last card, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. It is, of course, Radical Beam. Really good card. And don't forget, when you are at 9 or 10 Dons and you minus with an ability like Queen or something, you go 1 to the Don deck, you can use your leader effect, you get a Don back and it's active. So Radical Beam will always be live, unless you use the 1 Don to hit for 7 or something. But yeah, you will always have one active Don if you use your leader ability when you go minus. So these are always live. But yeah, that's it for a Monkey D. Luffy, red-purple, one of the best or most fun or top contenders deck in this format in my opinion. Yeah, that's it. If you guys like the video, give it a like. If you dislike it, dislike it. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you hold it out all the way to the end, type cat emoji in chat so I know I have some true watchers out there. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace.